I'm so fucking cute, bitch. I'm so fucking cute. Attitude abusive, but I'm so fucking cute. Kawaii, cutie on the beat, cooking up the heat. OMG, booty like Kylie, but shouty Taiwanese. Did you see her on the magazine and Times Square on the screens? Just like Reed, Fenty on my cheek, Savage on his D. In the gym, sweat the R.I.P.
So my mic was down.
Keep it chill.
My freaking mic was down. Awkward.
Too spicy.
I've already fucked up the intro, guys. Turn the music off. Oh, man. Guys, I effed up the intro. Now everyone who's on the rewatch is going to be watching this like, look at this dum-dum. Today, guys, we're talking about indie comics. Are people actually having fun in this ish? I know I am. But I've been like off Twitter, and then I went back on Twitter, and then I like interacted, it went to shit, and I'm like, okay, are we having fun, or are people being dumb? That's what I want to know. Are people being dumb? The answer is yes. People are being dumb. We have Mrs. H in the house. I missed the Metsy intro, thank goodness. We got Rezic77. Hey, we got Ichthus. What's up, Total Excellence? Ichthus, I saw your message and I never responded. I have not finished that cover yet. I'm hoping to in a couple days. Mr. X, howdy. Mrs. H is going back in time. Well, at least guys were live. Like, that makes me happy. At least we are live. Good, but gosh dang it, I really effed up that intro. But yeah, have some really cool topics. We're going to talk about are people actually having fun in indie comics? We're going to talk about, I found an old tweet I did. I think it's still important. It's called Dear Indie Creators. There's a possibility that no amount of marketing will get sales for your book. And I reread that today and I went, oh, that's actually a really interesting topic I want to discuss. We got the AP 40th birthday bash. That's where I'm going to be going this weekend on Wednesday. I'm going to fly to Dallas, see my hang out with my parents, and then Tim and Mark of Common America fame are gonna pick me up, and we're gonna do a little road trip down to San Antonio, chill, hang out with all the creators and all the fans at the AP 40th birthday bash, and then I'm gonna go back home. So yeah, super duper excited for that. And then just look here, let me give you some like real quick life updates. So I've been very busy. People are like, what are you busy with? If you notice behind me, there's no more books. There was like a tower of books. I finished fulfillment of Bold Assassin chapter 2. It is off at the post office. It'll be all off at the post office tomorrow. But there's that. We launched the digital version of Super Plumber Sisters 3 today, and I'm sending that off to the printer probably on Wednesday. What else? Sent over the thumbnails and script for Bold Assassin 3 yesterday to Tommy. And then today I put out this interview. See, now I've got that chat's working. That's nice. So I've got to fix this. So it's cut my freaking face off. We don't like that. Boom. StreamYard is freaking making me pay money, so we're using OBS to fight the patriarchy. I got Blackjack Duelist. You guys can hear me. I got Blackjack Duelist currently on the Kickstarters. I'll put the link in the chat. Never mind, it don't work. Link in the description on my end. Guys, the stream is going to shit. I'm doing a really bad job. I apologize to Joe. He's sitting in the green room like, dude, this is the worst stream that Tyler's done. This is why I haven't been on social media very much, guys. I'm not very good at this anymore. I post one effing oh my gosh, and I just delete. Why? I like try to post it. See, now I'm trying to post the chat in my, you see what's happening, guys? Everything bad is happening. All right, guys, check out the link in the description. My chat on my computer's not working. Every time I try to post something, it's trying to take it to my marketing YouTube page that I'm working on. And oh my gosh, is this really what it looks like? Why is it sharing this screen? Why is it sharing this screen? Joe, I'm sorry, dude. I've ruined this. I've ruined basically this entire stream. Oh, I should have been looking at that one. I'm gonna bring Joe in. It's over. I fucked up. It's a OFO. Joe, dude, what the hell? No, dude, what the heck? That was bad. Okay. Fuck.
Conversation or ex retailer, but I was the proxy for all the retailers that in that stream. And we even joked that you were going to bring me on in a third stream to simply said, we're going to hate on Joe tonight. That's going to be your thumbnail.
Well, dude, everyone's saying that. Everyone, I put you up, and then there was no audio for you because I got it. I got it all wrong. So that was my way of hating on you because I effed up this. I am all over. I'm all over the place right now, dude. Like I'm now trying to figure out. Okay, which screen am I supposed to be touching? So everyone can hear you now. We're all good.
All right, so you want me to start? You want me to start again so they can understand what I was talking about?
Yeah, start all over. Tell them about the trilogy.
Okay. so this is my third appearance. So I can't see that even my background is betraying me tonight. My third appearance. So we're in the middle of making a trilogy here, right? So I just wanted to go over the history of the thumbnails that you always put up when you have me on the show because they're always bad. Like the first one was indie creators are going to be dropping like flies. Indies are struggling. That was the first time I was on. The second time I was on was retailer versus publisher. Who's to blame for low sales? What if it's the retailer's fault? And I was the proxy for all retailers because I was an ex-retailer. I still am an ex-retailer, but I stood in for all retailers in that one. And then I got it again because I went on Larry's show not too long after that. So I got it twice. So that was a spinoff. I forgot about that. We got a trilogy and a spinoff. And then tonight we have Why Does It Feel This Way? Are people having fun with comics anymore? Just whining.
Yeah. Well, okay. So I've got reasons. Okay, hold on. I've got to do this right. I have to stay on StreamYard. That's what I have to do. So I stay on StreamYard now. And I never not touch not StreamYard now. Okay, so
oh yeah,
somebody was
asking about my background. This is the comic industry right now.
Dude, we're gonna talk about
it's
that.
Fine. No, it's fine, Tyler. It's fine. That discussion's over.
Hey, some of us thrive in chaos, so maybe this is perfect. So guys, go check out Blackjack Duelist. Let me just show you guys the art real quick because I was fucking it up. There's some art that I got from Jose today, actually.
Not me.
Yeah, I'm ruining everyone's names. Dude, I got this approved in like 20 seconds on Kickstarter. So that like made me so happy.
There's like an auto approve because my friend, I helped him with his Kickstarter last year. I prepped him. I'm like, it might take a few days, he hit it and it was like approved. I'm like, what?
Dude, it's crazy. Like on like this account, it's always auto approved. On another one, it's always auto approved. And then my two other ones, it's always like, you have to wait. And then I always have to go through the same fucking hoops of like, who are you? And I'm like, they're like, I literally, every time I launch My Sexy Witch Academia, I have to like fight with the Kickstarter moderator. It's always the same conversations, and I try to like copy, like bring back, hey, check out this old conversation. Like we've done this dance before, like we've done this. Let me go live, and they go, oh well, and I'm like, I want to fight. And guys, go check out Malia Mayhem. Number one If someone can put the link in the chat, that'd be great. A mod or something. Someone. I think this is
If you
the only
just
mod.
if you can type in MaliaMayhem.com, it'll take you straight there.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, who are my mods? I got Ichthus and Mrs. H.
Oh, hold on a second. I feel like this flame over here is
Shit,
dying out. I need some Kindle.
What
on.
comic is that?
Doesn't matter. It's not gonna exist.
Guys, it's we got your boy Zach.
This is
your boy Zach 2018.
Girl with the Mega Fist Volume 1.
This page is a little flimsy for that. Did you ever watch your boy Zach? He was diversity in comics at the time, or now he's just your boy talking comics with. He's like the guy who started the comic skate like thing. Yeah, he had like a YouTube show, and he would go like, if I want to do this bit right, I have to do it right, but I have to pick the right comic to do this with. Hold on, I'm gonna do this bit, and I'm committed to this bit. I have to do it. Okay. So he'd be like, "I'm picking my own book, Super Farmer Sisters. This variant didn't sell well. But it wasn't meant to. It was actually I did it on purpose. But I love the art by Roland Calnines, fantastic artist. That's a whole other strategy move. But yeah, he would like your boy Zach would like read from his car, goes yeah, and then Batman does this, and Woman does this, and it's shit, and then like and like that's what he would do. He would just like rip up the comics.
No, I actually changed that. I had this right. It was Secret Empire. That's what it was.
Oh shit!
I was gonna be like, I'm just done, Tyler. I'm done. I'm with indie comics. I'm just done.
Dude, he's out of here. He's out of here, man. Like, comics is so weird right now because, like so, and. You brought up the reason why I want to have this discussion is because it's something that you had actually tweeted at me a couple days ago. So I've been completely out of the loop on a lot of things this year. I've been so busy with my current like day-to-day life. So for those of you who don't know, like I run a marketing company and I've started like building out like my own content. So like I've been like shooting this kind of shit, like marketing shit. Like, hey guys, if you want to grow your email list in 2025, so like this is the kind of crap that I've been doing and preoccupied with. And so I come back to Twitter a couple days ago. I see that Mindy Wheeler has posted some like tweet about like I wish that we would stop talking about like I wish that people would talk more about other indie creators besides like these two. And I was like I really resonated with the post. I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. I agree with her, blah 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 blah. And then I like tagged a bunch of people that I'm very familiar with their work. And then literally, and then also Crybaby Tony James, and I will call him by his name. Crybaby Tony James is just like everyone always talks about these people, you know, he's just a baby bitch. And then that like started like back and forth stuff, and then that kind of got me to stay on Twitter because I was back into like arguing with someone. I'm like, stop being stupid. Like there was a positive tweet, and you're being a crybaby, which then led to me getting angry again, which then led me to like getting like watching like some drama streams from people, which then led me down like seeing that there's like other people fighting that I wasn't familiar with. And then you pop up and you're like, yeah, I've never really figured out this Twitter thing. I'm on Facebook. and what's funny is like, so then like today I went on my Facebook, and normally my Facebook's pretty chill, and then I saw Tom Hutchinson did a post, and then like it blew up, and then like he's like, I'm gonna delete it because I don't do drama. I was like, damn it, Tom, like you should be fighting every single one of these people. But I was like, oh, maybe Joe knows that there's peace on Facebook, and then I go on there today, and like I see poor people fighting. So I don't know, like what's your take on all of it? Like why is everyone fighting?
Apparently I'm old. That's why I'm on Facebook. That's what I've been told.
No.
It's like every every platform has its different generations. Although I haven't been TikTok shamed yet for being over there, but I'm over there too.
Whatever, dude. TikTok's great. If anyone's ever like, oh, TikTok's stupid, I'm like, shut up. TikTok's great.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
But yeah, what are your thoughts? Like, what do you see? Like, what do you see when like on like, the socials with with like indie comics? Are people happy with your side of things? Are they having fun? Are they miserable? Are they fighting? Are they in the wars?
Yeah. No, I mean it just depends, I guess, who it is, right? Like yeah, I just barely saw the thing with Tom because sorry, I'm like simultaneously trying to read what Larry's saying. Um but it's everywhere, man. Like
Thomas fighting
it
Rob Liefeld.
yeah.
See, I didn't even
Yeah.
see that part. I just read.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to
Well,
see the
I didn't see that
comments.
part. I didn't see that part. I saw Tom talking about it after the fact, and you know, because Larry says, yeah, it's a competition and it's ruthless. I mean, yeah,
Who's this Rob
there's definitely
Liefeld
an
guy? Like,
aspect
get this
to
guy out of indie comics. He's so just...
I mean, he's always been that way, right? Like it's been that even as a teenager, me and my friends would recognize of all the image founders like who the bad boy was,
That was Rob.
like it was very obvious, and we didn't have God, this is gonna make me sound even older. We didn't have social media to be telling us that.
Oh
Like,
my
all
gosh.
we had was Wizard Magazine. All we had was, whatever few things of media that they would put out there that was TV or whatever. So it doesn't take much to find out who's the antagonist or whatever. And it's like, I mean, hell, Eminem made a whole career out of that. Like you listen to him and you know what you're gonna get, and that's why if you complain about it, he just puts you in his next song. So
There, there you go. I mean, here's the thing. Um, like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter like what Tom's position is, what Rob's position is, and I like going back to like Tony like this Tony James curator, like I'll post an opinion, and he doesn't realize that like just in this day and age, and he doesn't think this is human. And I think that he's subhuman for not understanding this. And guys, I really do not like this guy. Is that like you as a human, you post your opinions, you say your opinions, like you say them out loud vocally. I believe in this, and then what's gonna happen is there's gonna be three groups of people. I agree with that. I don't agree with that, and that's an interesting take. And there's the people in the middle who are like blah blah blah. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like at the end of the day, like if it's an opinion that's not like definitive truth, like gender, if it's not like a definitive truth, then like it's all opinion. Like if I say if I say I think Jim Lee is a better creator than Rob Liefeld, there's nothing definitive. But you and I can spend all day battling, and then we can post it online, and then there can be Team Jim, Team Tyler who believes in Jim Lee, and there can be Team Joe who believes in Rob Liefeld, and then we just go at it, and then at the end of the day, we should just shake on it and be like, that's it. And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes people can get really butthurt about.
I did some research that might be able to help you out. So have you ever heard of a reverse psychology fan club?
Reverse psychology fan club?
Yeah, so basically, a regular fan club is like you're trying to promote something you love. Well, the reverse psychology is you start promoting something you hate. So and then the way that eventually, because of human nature, you're going to go against it. So therefore, it'll bring you back to the beginning. They're going to love you. So I'm going to help you out here tonight. I'm going to start one for you. So I made a sign here. If anybody wants this, I can mail it. There's going to be a Kickstarter stretch goal. So if you buy our comic, I will insert this into every package. So
gosh.
Exclusive tonight on the street.
If you guys go back to Liam Mayhem, you can 8.5 by 11 print on is that printer paper?
Yeah,
I love it.
I mean, we gotta get the numbers up, and I'll get premium paper.
You get
I'll
that
get
card
glossy.
stock.
We'll go back to the 90s. I'll get you a chromium cover.
Oh my stars, that's hilarious, yeah, dude. Yeah, like people, that's hilarious. Yeah, people don't like, especially creators. Like everyone's so emotional, And the best way to garner attention is just to be authentic and say, hey, this is what I believe in, and this is what I believe in, these are my opinions. And then I think what is even more authentic, which is then how you grow a following, is then you can stand up for your beliefs. If you it's gonna be up there all night. I'm like not looking at my screen. I look back and it's still there. But like if you can go and like I've gained tons of followers because people might say, "Oh, Tyler fights with people online." It's like, no, someone states their opinion online, and I state my counter opinion, and then what they see is, "Oh, these two are just fighting." It's like, no, we're just trying to showcase the strengths of our argument, and if we're mature about it, and I hope that we can then just shake our hands and go, all right, sweet, like until next time. You know, I'm pretty sure that, like, you know, at this point people know that Larry and I have like massive disagreements, but also, you know, we can still at some point converge and be like, sweet. Me and Travis Gibb like have very big differences. Travis Gibb and I, we actually have massive like political views that would just like rip people to like shreds. And like I'll post something on Facebook, we'll go back and forth politically, and then like we'll DM each other, go, hey, yo, we're cool, right? We still like comics, right? Even though politically we're so far apart. But yeah, everyone's okay. So your Facebooks are clean. You're in the safes. You're in the safe room.
My Facebook is clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the Twitter thing because you're just like, I don't want to fight people, or I don't want to talk to people?
No, I've just even from the very beginning, I've just never liked the interface, and you know, I've just never like grasped. It's the same with it's not a social media platform, but well, I guess it is Discord. I just don't understand the interface. I could never get into it. So I mean, I'm on Twitter. Obviously, you see, I go check stuff out. I'll post stuff. I just it's kind of like a game. It's kind of like a video game. It's like where everybody is like, "Oh yeah, this game is awesome." It's like I'm playing it, and I'm like, I just don't get it, and that's fine. You know, I have other, you know, I have other platforms that I understand much better, or that I have much more fun with. I'm like, what am I tripping over? Oh yeah, the pieces of the comic.
Secret Empire. I feel the same. Honestly, I feel the same way. How you doing, Zinx Fusion? I feel the same way about Discord. Like
Larry says the internet does not allow for maturity. Yeah,
nah,
you can say that again.
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't.
No, it's a what was the way I phrased it the other day? It's an interesting it's interesting psychology that's on display all the time, and we're just talking about it because it's comics, right? Because this is our circle, this is what we're interested in. But the thing, if you really just look at human nature, you can plop it into something else, sports or
it's all over.
Whatever. It's the same thing. And there's lots of different answers for it. There's tribalism, there's there's stuff in that particular person's past that you have no idea what they're dealing with. You're like, and it's all coming out at you, and you're like, well, I'm just talking about comics today. Like, I don't, whatever you're dealing with, man, that has nothing to do with me. But yeah, it's as far as having fun, I guess you just gotta pick. Like, I mean, technically I've been in this for 4 years at this point, and I just keep going back to the people who are respectful and I'm learning from. And I think that's why you and I get along so well. And even though it's been a year and a half and you still haven't created Silly Goose Comics, and I dropped that idea to you a year and a half ago, but whatever. I guess
I have like a YouTube channel. I got the logo. I'm in the I keep talking with my artists. They're like, what are we gonna do? And I'm like, I'm slowing down, and they're like, me drawing, I'm like, I'm slowing down. Well, I'll probably just have you do like a 120-page comic next year. And they go, that's not slowing down for me, but sure, if that's slowing down for you, keep doing that. Well, like it's interesting, like, like going back with our trilogy, like creators are dropping like flies. I've seen a ton of creators this year just like throw in the towel. Either their Kickstarters aren't hitting the numbers that they need to be, they're just quitting. they're just like, some of them are like, I've done this for 10 years, it's over. Like I am seeing that, and with like, Diamond going to,
Oh yeah,
with Diamond
You're
going
in
to
the
crap.
Diamond Warehouse right now.
Yeah, yeah, dude, you're like, that's an actual picture of the Diamond Warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Diamond going to crap right now. Various publishers. I'm so, Larry's saying I might throw in the towel back Niobe now, so I don't have to. I'm interested, like, what the conversations are going to be like at that AP 40th bash.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yes, that is very awkward because it was totally like, yeah, we're going to celebrate the 40th anniversary. Oh, wait, we're not going to publish any more creator-owned titles, but all of you guys come celebrate.
Yeah.
And I get it. They obviously didn't know that was coming.
Yeah.
It's
they're
not
like,
the way that it
like
did.
we gotta
but
still
it's
keep going
still,
forward. I mean, I remember like 3 years ago talking with Ben. We did this video, like, the father of American manga. And I remember in the off air, we were talking and he was like, oh, it's like you work at a publisher. I went, yeah, like I work at a publisher. I brought in like $2 million in revenue in the first year for that publisher. And we were just going back and forth. And I was telling him, I was like, I'm shocked that AP doesn't have more IP that they control. I was like, I'm shocked that you guys don't have more IP, because that's how you, like, it's nice to be able to do creator owned, but how you protect the business is you do own the IP. It's like a big like double-edged sword. So yeah, it will be interesting. Like I'm excited just to see other creators and
oh, that's gonna be so much fun, dude. We're gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
People are gonna
dude.
see like, wow, Tyler's like really loud and obnoxious, and
like we have a table over here for Tyler by himself.
Yeah. I got Tim, and I'm like sharing a table with Tim and Mark, the Common America guys, and
Yeah,
I was like, are you sure? Because like I'm very irreverent. Like I was in Chicago a couple days ago, and 2 weeks ago, and I had a potential client say, hey, were you out last night at like midnight? I went, yeah. And they go, did you go to this restaurant? I went, oh yeah. He goes, okay. He's like, my Uber drove past and said, look at those idiots in the middle of the road. And when we drove past, I recognized that it was you and your videographer just being idiots, like in the middle of the road in Chicago. I was like, fair. He goes like, you guys we rolled down our windows a little. We could hear you guys laughing and screaming. And I was like, oh, he's like, are you drunk? I was like, no, I'm Mormon. I don't drink. He's like, so you just like that?
You should have just stopped there. Are you drunk? No, I'm Mormon.
Yeah, no, I'm Mormon. So
period.
No, it's gonna be fun. But I will be interested. I'm curious, like the mood that everyone's gonna be in. Like,
yeah.
Like, are people like the mood.
We're gonna go to have fun, dude, and that obviously we can talk about it when you guys get there. But yeah, if you guys are up for it, I'll show you around San Antonio or whatever. I mean,
do you live in San Antonio?
It's there. I'm just 30 minutes north, so it's everything is connected up here. The town I live in, it's all just one straight shot down there.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, man, it's super close. So I mean that's what I'm looking forward to. Like, yeah, we're gonna have fun there, but if anybody wants to hang out after,
that's gonna be the fun stuff.
Go.
The after, the after stuff. My big thing is I'm like, because the party's on Saturday, right? So I'm like, I can't eat a ton because I got IBS. So on the drive back, because I'm driving with Tim and Mark back to Dallas, I don't want to have to be the guy who's like, hey, pull over. So
you're saying you're gonna come to San Antonio and I can't give you good Mexican food
because
your stomach can't handle it?
I'm gonna be like fasting, like Tuesday night. I'm gonna be Tuesday night. I'm not
fasting.
eating anything so that I can make it to Dallas, so I'm not shitting myself on the plane. And then Wednesday night, I'm not gonna eat dinner so that when they pick me up Thursday morning, I'm like clear. Because my IBS is so bad. I eat something and I'm literally like, I gotta shit.
Oh my gosh. Well, then you're definitely not gonna eat the pizza. I don't know if you check your email. There, Ben's brother Joe just sent out the steps for the event and all that. And there was going to be like, there's going to be pizza afterwards, and like, well, I guess you ain't gonna have any,
Yeah, no.
Tyler.
Miss H is saying you already had the pullover convo with Tim, though. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. This is interesting, though. Like
We
Larry is
warn
saying,
you.
like I might throw in the towel back Niobe so I don't have to. I mean, you look at
Well,
I look at someone like Larry who's been doing this for like 10 plus years, and even he's
mhm.
considering. I don't know if he's still with AP or not, but
Yeah, his books are I mean, whatever
if he's
the last ones to come out are still
yeah,
coming
but
out
like
for
even then
them.
he's thinking of throwing the towel. Like what's gonna like how do you view yourself like Joe in like this indie landscape with like Malia Mayhem? Let me pull it up by the way.
Well, it already it was already, going to be a challenge because it's an all ages title to begin with,
Correct.
right? But I mean, if it just for anybody who didn't hear, the last time I was on, I mean, we used to own a comic and game shop. There's the front window right there. So Malia was the mascot, based on my wife. She loves Comic Cons, cosplay, tabletop games. So basically, this is the story of a little girl who goes and finds a magical D20, goes into a world where all of her favorite tabletop games come to life. So it's super fun for me and my wife to write, because we pick a tabletop game. Like in issue 0, we picked Dungeons and Dragons, and had a fun adventure there. And then the issue 1 is the one that you you gave me crap for, because it's based on Sailor's
Yeah, dude. I was telling my
Catan.
wife, I was like,
So
I was like, I have that creator
uh,
on Sellers of Catan. I fucking hate that game.
I was gonna say that should have been your thumbnail. It's like, I hate the game, but I'll back the book.
There
That
we
was gonna
go.
be the thumbnail I was gonna suggest to you. But we have a lot of fun covers. Everybody, every cover is representative of somebody that along the way has helped us out, and stuff that I grew up with. Like there, you saw Calvin and Hobbes homage. That last one is by a local cosplayer that used to go to our shop. The D&D one there is by another San Antonio artist that we befriended. And so, like, there's just a lot of history there for us. And we've had some good things happen already in 2025 that helps kind of just for our niche, which is the all ages one. But but because for us, because we're all ages, one of the advantages that we've noticed over the last couple of years is we get invited like to schools for events, library events. Like we just did a Comic Con that was in a high school, up north of Austin, and the second year that we did it, last year when we did it, we were like, oh, it's gonna be a cute little Comic Con in a high school, whatever. No, it was a legit Comic Con. Like we were busy the whole
Oh, that's
like
sick.
6 or 7 hours. Like, and here's what really made it worth it. This year we went back, because last year I only had issue 0. I had some advanced copies of issue 1 already, and there was at least a couple of kids that got excited. They were like, "Oh my god, like issue 1's out! Like, I got to get it!" And I'm like, that was a great feeling, because there's only so many times that we've gone to an event twice in a row so far, because we've only been doing this for a few years. And then we did our local. There's a shop in San Antonio which you probably should check out while you're here. It's called Heroes of Fantasies. It's huge. They just moved. They've been in existence for like 30 something years. They just moved into a store that used to be an old grocery store, so you can imagine the size. And they had a local creator
Wait,
event
stop. They moved into a grocery store.
into a space that used to be a grocery store, so it's huge. Yeah, you
Whoa.
got to go when you're down here. You guys got to go. But they had a local creator event there, and that one was, again, just so many people coming by and appreciating that there was local creators to support, and we
Yeah.
sold so much stuff. And then Heroes and Fantasies offered us consignment to keep.
Oh,
They have a
nice.
wall. Yeah, they have a wall dedicated to just local comic creators. So we just had that. So that was a bucket list item. Having our books in an actual comic shop. And now we got AP, and then next month we got another Comic Con here in town. So like we're just trying to hit up what we can, but thankfully the ones I just mentioned, they were all either low cost or no cost. Like
Yeah.
the high school one, as long as we agreed to do a panel for the kids, it was free.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, yeah. So stuff like that is what I've tried to keep an eye out for, because we're all ages. Because as soon
I
as
mean,
a library or
y-
school has that,
your strategy is going to be completely different from like from like me, for example. Like it's a
Hmm.
completely different market. I mean, like for me, if this was like my book, I'm really using Kickstarter just for some funds, and then I'm just basically trying to build up enough money to get to the trade, so then I can get to the trade, that thing on like Amazon, and like then I start selling the trade. And I think that's it's one of those like give us time, give us time, give us time. Okay, the trade's out. Boom, we can do Amazon. Go bigger in that. Go and so I
Yeah,
think this is
that's actually a strategy that I have because after one, I'm gonna do shorter collections. So I'll do issue two, and then that's when I'll do the Amazon, like
put
whatever,
it in
the
the
one that
trade, the
you have the print,
KDP.
yeah, the print on demand or whatever, and then of course do a Kickstarter for that. But then that'll be kind of back to your point, like what Larry was saying. Uh, that'll be the turning point for us because that's kind of where the plan when I started this, that's where the plan stopped because at that point we have to stop and reevaluate like how much money have we made?
Yeah,
Can we keep doing this? The story wouldn't be finished yet, but it could stay there for a time and just let it sit, and then whether or not we would officially say we're like done forever, I don't know because that's part of what we're doing here is like trying to create, because we have a 4-year old. So like part of this is like a legacy. Like if he wants to pick it up later, it exists. We have the copyrights for it. Like there's all this. In my mind, there's always that open road ahead. Like you don't know what's coming, and it's your choice at any point. You could just say, yeah, I throw in the towel, I'm done, or whatever.
yeah,
That's always going to be a choice. Like it shouldn't be an absolute, and of course certain things can make it an absolute if you run out of money, for
100%.
example.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but those are outside factors that finally start affecting you, so it's, to me it's just always a choice. So to answer your question about where do we see ourselves in all this, basically what I just described, looking for local low cost events and still hitting the big ones, like the Comic-Con we're going to hit in April is the one that happens here in my town, and it's family friendly, it's super big. And then actually, I don't know, since I'm going to see Tim Lim on Saturday, because I've made it a point to see him each year at Balcony Comic Con, which is the one where they get to post all their Common America artwork on everything,
Oh
on all
yeah,
the advertisements. I don't know if we're going to do that con again this year. We're going to try, but the one that for sure I already got accepted is the one that Tom Hutchinson, I met him last year
oh nice,
at Big Texas Comic Con. That one happens in October. So I had just pick and choose, like, where am I going to spend my money each year?
for sure. Hey, look, we got you a backer.
Oh, nice. Thank you, whoever that was.
All right, let's end the show. No, no,
Done.
done. No, but
You
it's
did your campaign early.
yeah, no, but like I like it. I think with everything when it comes to like this, I like for me, I never take like even like I never take like any of my Kickstarters like for granted. I'm like that. I always think like this could be the one that it
Oh,
doesn't
Mrs.
make
H.
an
Thank you, Mrs. H. That's who it was.
awesome. She said I like the serial cover. Um,
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
yeah, like I'm like I'm always I always tell myself I'm like always grateful. Like if even when I get funded, even though like my goal is only like 500 or 1,000 each time, I'm always just like, okay, yes, like that's awesome. And then the moment like I break even, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's how awesome. And then everything after that, I'm like, great, I get to make the next book like in safety. But I always try to have like a contingency plan. Like I wrote chapter 3 of Bold Assassin, and I made sure that the ending leaves it open for a 4-5 or a 4. And
Mhm.
if it's just the 4 ending, then it's like, yeah, it's gonna be a shittier ending, but I have to end it. And then if it if 4 does well enough, I can do the 4 or 5. Then I'm gonna do that. But I always try to write all mine as like, okay, here's the ending I want. Here's the shitter, and here's the shittier ending that will end it. And that always does suck though. That's actually the sucky thing about manga and comics is like you see that in like comic runs all the time where you're like this was good and then it wasn't, and it was probably because the writer was told, hey, you got to wrap this up. It's like we're
Mhm.
done. Same with manga. They're like, hey, you got to wrap this up, and they're like, ah,
Yeah.
that's just
I
the
first I first learned that style from J. Michael Straczynski because I loved his Babylon 5 series, and actually got to meet him at San Diego Comic Con 10 years ago. But he always called it a trap door in his storytelling. Like each of his characters had a like a way out. It wasn't necessarily a death, but somehow, like if the actor or whatever didn't want to come back for the next season, he had a way to write them out.
Oh, so that's
And
smart.
yeah, and so the same thing with the story is like I could end the story for this, sooner, but yeah, it's kind of like you said, it wouldn't be as impactful. It probably wouldn't be as good because it would feel very rushed,
Yeah. And then it
So then it's
sucks.
like,
So you're just mad. Like you're just like,
yeah,
ugh.
yeah. So I'd rather just kind of leave it to where you can kind of see where it's going. And that way, if we can continue, we can. And if not, well, then you have to leave it up to your imagination what happens next. So,
Yeah, no, for sure. I've had people message me like, "Hey, is Blackjack Duelist like this is just a one shot?" And people are like, "Is this going to be a series? How many is this?" And um like I know with what you guys did with Malia Mayhem, you guys had that you guys did the 0 issue prior.
yeah. Hmm.
And I don't know, was that to like test the waters or
You talking about the first Kickstarter we did?
yeah.
Oh yeah, so that one was that was testing several things because that book has like three different books in it.
Yeah.
Malia was the first one. That was so the strategy with that was everything that was in that book was a collection of smaller comics that we had done up to that point. So therefore we didn't have to create anything new for that first Kickstarter other than get some variant covers. And so that way, yes, we could test the waters. We could see how to run a Kickstarter. Like after listening to people like you and Larry, and like just hearing all your different advice, just basically jumping in and doing it. And so now, after being delayed through all of 2024, well, I did help my friend run his, uh, but yeah, now it was like when I did this one, I still I still held back a little bit. Like one thing I didn't do in Malia, the Kickstarter that I will do in the future is offer some of the back catalog that we have. There's still some of the things are being worked on. That was part of why I was just like, you know what, this is only going to be her. But in the next one is when I'll add some of the back catalogs that we've created, because I know you talked about that before. Like that's part of the strength, right? Just put it in the add-ons. Like,
Yeah.
so this book, or there's this one, or did you miss Super Plumber Sisters? And now we're in the next, you know, Bullet Assassin book or whatever. So
That's that's the biggest thing is like I've noticed that and a lot of people then will look at like the numbers and go, "Oh, the numbers are lower than like previous campaigns." But I go, "No, you have to gotta look at it in the aggregate because like like for example, Super Plumber Sisters 3, you could say didn't do as well as everyone looks at Super Plumber Sisters 1 and they got like hit 20K and they're like, then Super Plumber Sisters 2 and 3 did less, and people go, "Oh, like it wasn't as successful as number 1." But that's just public facing because people picked up Super Plumber Sisters 1 and 1 if they were a new person during the My Sexy Witch Academia 2 campaign and the Bullet Assassin campaign, the Cthulhu and the Girl with the Megafits campaign, so that when it was time to do the Bullet Assassin 2, they didn't have to spend another $10. So everyone that was new, that came in new throughout the 4 campaigns before that, then only just had to get the next chapter, whereas they would have been counted as the catch-up tier, which would have been like $25, but they didn't have
yeah,
to do that because they had gone it. So yeah, the power of the
yeah.
the
Quick, sorry,
backlist.
sorry, Mrs. H. I didn't see your question there, but she says she figured it out. She wanted a sketch cover, or she wanted another sketch cover.
Oh, I think she figured it out. By the way, I'm so sorry. This sucks. This screen is gonna be has to be stuck on here like this because my mouse died, and this is the one
Oh
thing.
no.
This is the one thing that like I think Steve Jobs is still rolling in his brain that someone designed the mouse like to have a plug where it's at the bottom. It sucks.
Oh my gosh.
It's so stupid. They should have had it like on the top so you can still use it. They didn't do it. I'm trying to get enough battery so then I can switch it back. Let's see. We got people in the chat. We got Tim in the house. The Common with Common America and with the Common America account, saying they are still with AP and that they will see me on Thursday. Yes, and I will be empty. No poop. No food. I'll be empty. That's gonna be a very smooth.
What about sweets?
No,
The same thing?
no, same thing. Like
Oh,
I thought, yeah, it's bad. Like I put anything, in my body, and like I just have the worst acid reflux. Like I could throw up, I have to poop.
Oh my
It
gosh.
sucks. It sucks.
Okay, so what if because there's a river that goes through this downtown San Antonio. If we take you on a boat ride, are you gonna get sick? Are you gonna get seasick on
No,
this?
I don't get seasick. I just get with food. It's just like, oh, I shouldn't be in that. Like I will go on work trips, and my like all the people I'm with, I'll go, can I get this? And then they'll all like go, Tyler, really? And I go, okay, fine, never mind, get me this, because we're gonna ruin our freaking our trip.
Yeah. Well,
Let's
maybe
see.
we'll do that instead then, because I was it's just my nature to be like, hey, let's go eat. But if you, yeah,
No,
if
but
eating,
I'm down.
yeah.
I'll be
No, well, I'm
down.
saying we could go. I mean, we could do other things. We could go check out Heroes and Fantasies. You got to check out that store, dude. They say it's the biggest one in Texas now,
Dude,
and it's got
I'm
to be
just a
because I can't think
passenger,
of.
but Tim, put that on you if you're listening. Put that on our bingo card. I'm literally just in the car, and if they go, we're going here.
Oh well, I mean, I'm gonna talk to them too. So
There you go. There you go.
I've talked to Tim each year and gifted him an issue of something. So,
Well, that's awesome.
but
Oh,
and I don't know if he's gonna be doing sketch covers this year, but the sketch cover that Mrs. H was just got from us, I'm gonna see if I can get one from Tim if he's doing them. He may not be. I don't know. So
there we go. I'm gonna go back. Something that Larry has been putting out in this chat, and so he's saying how AP basically got rid of all of their creators, all of their creator owns, except Common America. It looks like. And Larry says, my stance with AP is if I can't get him in shops, there's no reason to be there. And like that's it's really interesting because I agree, but it also makes me go like I wonder like how long like what if you could stick it out though? Like maybe AP has a plan. Is there staying power? I guess if Larry has other plans, like if you have if a creator has other plans to work with a different publisher in the future and go for that, then like you kind of want to have that option.
oh, cool. Tim says he did work for Heroes and Fantasies for almost 5 years, so the manager knows him, and he's like, "Yeah, we'll go visit." Yeah, that'll be fun.
I still
That'll
love
be
that
a
every
lot
time I look at my screen it says Tyler sucks.
of.
Jakari says they better say I draw every time they draw a card. Tyler, I'm excited about both of these books. So like they don't, in Blackjack they don't draw the cards. They have a dealer because in Blackjack, you don't draw cards. The dealer does everything.
Oh, I was also going to tell you, did you realize that today is Mario Day? You could have totally, I mean, I know you sent out the digital for Super Plumber Sisters, but you could have launched the next one.
Dude, I have the next one ready. I could have. I didn't plan. Dude, I'm the worst planner. Like, because someone did on Twitter was like, it's Mario Day. I'm like, fuck. And then what else? And then like last year, last year. Tim Olsen said I just played some Mario Kart. I have a hot take I'm going to say after this. Last year, last year on Kickstarter, they did like an October Witches thing, and I didn't.
Oh
and
yes,
I didn't have my campaign ready for that either.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I keep like missing these huge moments where I'm like, oh, that would have been perfect.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that was called Witch Starter. I don't remember.
That would have been perfect.
I don't know if they're gonna do that. The only one that they repeated so far was the Make 100 for January.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna continue, because last year they did one about romance or something, but it wasn't in February. It was like in the summer, I think. I can't remember what that one was called.
All right, Tim, this is my beef. And here, oh crap, what did I just hit? All right, I'm about to type. No rush when you're done. I need you to come off.
Are you about to lose your carpool with Tim?
No, but I gotta go do something in like 15 minutes. I'm super sorry. Something just came up. Okay. But do you play video games, Joe?
Not as much as I used to before a kid.
Okay. Here we go. A better racing game than Mario Kart is Crash Bandicoot Nitro Circus specifically the remaster for PlayStation 4. I actually got into a yelling match at someone 2 weeks ago in an airplane. It was my employee, and I don't treat him like an employee because he was playing Mario, and I was like, dude, I hate this Mario Kart game. Everything is slow. The cars are slow. The controls are jank. And he's like, well, can you think of a better racing game? I'm like, absolutely. And I've put in hundreds of hours in this game. It's Crash Bandicoot Nitro. And he was like, no, we're in the plane. You could tell the person next to us is like, oh my gosh, like how long is the flight? Yes, there we go. Dakari's like, yes, crash supremacy. And see, this is how you use the internet. If you're watching Tony James, you absolute fucking idiot. You state your opinion, and then you see.
Then you're in the stream.
Yeah, and then you see who agrees with you. Let's see. I will agree that the original Mario Kart, because of the battles. Okay, I will agree. Because of the battle. Are you saying that Mario Kart has better battles? I'm telling you, Tim, I have play tested both. And I was playing the balloon battle. Yes, like literally this week on the Switch, complaining the whole time. But you know what Crash Bandicoot has? Rockets. They have rockets and they have cannonballs that blow up. And it's so amazing. Yes. Spam that 100 in the chat. I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill that Crash Bandicoot is better than, like, I think the only Mario Kart game I think was good is like Double Dash. There we go. This is my.
I just want to throw this out there. We're $110 away from the next stretch goal. So.
Oh, I wanted to bring this up, by the way, in your campaign. Are you coming up with like? Are you updating? Gosh, I'll get to it. This board. Every like.
Yes.
Do you have a version for every single one of these?
No, I have the original, and I just keep moving the little game piece. So I just have the blank one, and I just put her on the next one and save it. I have a poor man's, what I call poor man's Photoshop. So it.
Whatever. Do you use Canva?
No. It's called it's literally. I think it's called Paint.net.
Oh my god. Okay, I need everyone to go get a free Canva account. This is where I do everything.
Yeah, my wife used Canva.
Canva is great. Like I can make like stupid marketing thumbnails. You know, you can. It's. This is how I do all of my Kickstarter crap. Is like all my Kickstarters. I have a Kickstarter. Like you see this. These are all the. I love. I love Canva. It's like I think every creator needs Canva. So guys, I'm gonna do a slight pitch for Malia Mayhem, and then I want Joe to do a pitch for Malia Mayhem, and then we're gonna have to. Well, what's the time? These are normally just an hour and a half. An hour. So did we go over? No, we've hit an hour. We got 7 minutes. This is perfect. This is perfect. This is perfect optimization for the YouTube algorithm. All right, guys. The reason why I
what?
The person I'm pointing at knows exactly what they're doing. The reason why I'm going to be backing Malia Mayhem is this. As a father of 2 boys, it's very who they love art. I want to get them into comics. There's probably I can't even say what the second one is. I want to say there's 2. I can't think of the second one, so I'm just gonna go 1. Right now there's like one consistent creator I know who puts out kids comics in the indie scene, and that's Mrs. H with her Captain Orange series. And and then she does have this is still my favorite one that Mrs. H done. It's the penguin one. I don't let my kids touch this though, because if they ruin it, I'll be sad. So My Name is Jeffrey. And anyways, I'm so distracted right now. And so my kids love those Captain Orange books. Like they're on their rooms. They're constantly like, you know, they'll just pick it up and read it. And so I love that. I love being able to give them a comic because I like none of the manga I have is probably appropriate. Most of the indie comic books I have are probably not appropriate. Most Marvel and DC books that I read aren't appropriate, and so it's always this: how do I get my kids into this medium that I love, where it's kid friendly, and also show them an indie comic creator that I like? Because I can show them Dogman, they laugh, but like, how do I show them like an indie book? And so like Mrs. H is one of them, but Malia Mayhem number one. I got actually. What's funny is I got them the Malia Mayhem, the anthology one you did prior, and
Hmm.
they show me the love of their they show me the love of their books by ripping them, because it means that they've read it so often. If they read
Yeah.
it so often, eventually like the pages get ripped. And so this is one of those books where like Malia Mayhem is a book where I go, yes, my kids need this. It's actually perfect right now because we started playing it's called the dice game to them. We started playing D&D through Chat GPT,
Hmm.
which is really great for me because I don't have time to come up with something, and ChatGPT will just do it. But and then like they'll say the ChatGPT like roll a dice. If it hits 4, it does this, and my kid will roll and go, I hit a 4. So I think like this is just a perfect comic for me and my kids right now. But I think it's just good. Anytime we're talking about how do we save the industry, we're always talking about kids, but then no one's actually making anything for kids. This is an example of a comic that I'm like, this is something that's safe. I know it's from a father figure, a family, of someone who has a family who's concerned about the well being of their child. I know it's going to be very safe. You're not going to throw like anything crazy in this. So for me, this is a big reason why I'm backing it. If you're watching this, maybe you're like, I want to get this for my kid, my niece, my nephew, or someone else. Like, if you want to get kids into comics, you have to buy them comics, which means you have to find comics that are appropriate for those kids. And I think this is a great start. That's my
Yeah,
pitch.
no, for sure. I mean, that's exactly, my wife's a teacher, and so everything we do is, family friendly. I mean, we do have teen books as well, but we don't take them that far off. But as far as a pitch, let's see if I can put this in front of the Tyler Suck sign. Uh, is that you're not going to get one. Every tier comes with minimum two comics because uh, I didn't want anybody to miss out on her origin. So you're going to get zero and one. So that was something I wanted to do a little bit different because
A
at first I was,
twofer?
yeah, exactly, like every digital two, you're gonna get both. So it's just basically a matter of like Mrs. H was saying earlier, like adding the other covers and stuff. But yeah, I've literally had parents at these events we talked about earlier, like I tell them, yeah, it's safe for kids, it's all ages, and they're like, oh, thank God. I'm just like, and I even rebranded the our books for this release. It's probably well, you can see it on the screen probably easier than on, but
I'm trying to back the book right now, so I don't want anyone to see
no, you're
my.
fine. It literally says all ages at the bottom of each one, so that way parents can clearly see it. And then on our teen books, I put it there as well. So I was just and I tried to make everything uniform. So when they're at a Comic Con, because if we're at one like that high school one we did, we were super busy. So I had little description signs of each book, and then they could clearly see that if it was appropriate for their kid or not. So sometimes that does the pitch for you. But yeah, that's exactly everything you said. Trying to put something out there that kids like. I mean, that's why we picked an artist that's got kind of like a little well, she was heavily influenced by manga. She's actually from Chile, and she said that there wasn't really comics growing up, it was more manga. And she's got her own manga and stuff, and so she's got a great style. And
Fantastic style.
she pretty much nailed the look for the character. We've always wanted that look for her, and basically like a anime Saturday morning cartoon look. And so yeah, we're super excited to get these into people's hands. And yeah, again, had a lot of fun with the covers. They did the serial cover, just basically thinking like what are the kind of the things we grew up with. And I grew up watching cartoons in the 80s. Every single cartoon had a serial. you know we've been collecting swag. The stretch goal that we're trying to unlock there is actually, the letterer did me a favor. because the artist, it's funny, she told me, even though she's doing a book about tabletop, she's like, I don't really play tabletop games. So when she did this card that the game master shows Malia in the story, it's supposed to show her what her magical dice does in that world. The artist was like, I don't know what to do. So she literally just put a square in like the directions. And the letterer was like, well, I can fix that. Do you want something simple or complicated? Because it'll cost different. I'm like, just tell me what the simple one is. That's her simple.
Oh
I
wow.
was like, that looks like a legit card. I'm like, if I would have told you, more complicated, what I got like a D&D dragon style, like what
Yeah.
would have I gotten? So anyway, so she gave me the file for that, and I was like, yeah, we gotta make that a stretch goal. Super fun. Just make it look like it's from the real game, because every I think you can see it in some of the preview pages. Every issue, the title of the issue and all our credits are on a game box, and I try to do that for every issue to make it look like it's something in that world. So yeah, overall, like I said, just a fun title. Yeah, something you can share with your kids. But I mean, the way I write it, if y'all remember the Justice League cartoon, they always talked about how they wrote that it was a show for kids, but they didn't write it for kids. And that's kind of the way I approach this. It's like my wife was even like, "Hey, you put some high level language in this," and I was like, "Well, because I was taught not to dumb it down for kids. If there's a word they got to look up, they got Google now." So
No, no, 100%, 100%. No, I think this is great. I was debating like, do I get this one, the Zero one? Like all the covers are good, so I think at this point I'm just gonna give my kid the opportunity to pick. Dakari
nice.
just backed. I'm gonna be backing.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we're almost there. 1,500. Let's go.
Guys, go check out Malia Mayhem #1 on Kickstarter. Link in the description. If I can, let's see if I can like say. For some reason, I'm on my personal thing, and it's like commenting from my like marketing account. So stupid. But Joe, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm excited to see you this
Yeah, it's gonna
weekend.
be fun, dude.
It's gonna be awesome. And
Even though I can't feed you, I can't give you alcohol, I can't,
I can do anything.
yeah, but we're gonna find something to do.
We'll have a good time. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.